The brothers see their mother wrapped in bandages all over her body and difficult to recognize her clearly. At night, she slowly peels off her skin, revealing a black body. So is a demon hiding beneath their mother's appearance. Then, where has their real mother gone? Hi guys, welcome to Q Recaps. Today, I'll show you a psychological horror film, Goodnight Mommy. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The movie starts with the father happily filming a video for his wife and singing a lullaby to their twins. This family looks very happy. But this happiness doesn't last long, as the parents decide to end their perfect family. A boy nicknamed Teddy is busy painting a portrait of himself, his twin brother Lukas, and their mother. They miss their mother a lot because they haven't seen her since she broke up with their father. The father takes the twins to their old house, where the mother lives. Teddy walks to the back of their house, where he sees a nearby barn. He stops for a moment, staring at it blankly. When Lukas calls him, he snaps back to reality. Something seems to have happened in the barn that Teddy doesn't remember. The twins go upstairs to find their mother. After entering the room, they are surprised to see leftover food on the chair, which appears to have not been cleaned for a long time. Surprisingly, when the mother appears, her head is wrapped in a bandage, which indeed troubles the twins. The mother has just had plastic surgery, so she has to wear it until the wound heals. The twins seem scared, so the mother assures them that there's nothing to be afraid of. Everything is fine, she is still the same, despite some minor changes in her appearance. Still troubled, the twins go back to their room to tidy up. Teddy wants to know what their mother looks like under the bandage. Lukas teases him, saying maybe she looks like the dead raccoon they saw. Teddy shouts angrily, asking Lukas to stop joking. Suddenly, the mother comes in, asking Teddy why he's shouting. Then she gives him a toy that he really likes. Afterwards, the mother tells Teddy about the house rules he needs to follow. He is not allowed to shout, run, have visitors or playmates until the mother is fully recovered. Most importantly, he is not allowed to go to her bedroom, office, or the barn. Teddy is curious about why he needs to follow these rules, but he has no choice but to comply. Then, Teddy gives his painting to his mother. However, she doesn't seem satisfied with it. Because it's still early, Teddy asks his mother to watch TV. Although she's reluctant, seeing Teddy's insistence, she agrees. Afterwards, the mother reads a bedtime story. When she is about to leave, Teddy asks her to sing a lullaby like she used to. However, the mother becomes very unhappy and tells Teddy that he's too old for lullabies, which makes Teddy very sad. Fortunately, Lukas is there to comfort him. The mother cries behind the door, listening to Teddy's words. Clearly, she's in pain, but she needs to keep smiling in front of her children. The next day, Teddy finds himself walking towards the barn. Lukas reminds him of their mother's rule, but he doesn't listen. He stands in front of the barn, staring at a hole in the wall, which seems to have traces of blood. Unfortunately, the mother sees Teddy leaving the barn, so she angrily grabs his arm. Teddy tries to explain, but when he mentions they were just looking for Lukas's baseball glove, the mother becomes even more angry and pushes him to the ground. Even Teddy gets hurt. She tells Teddy that from now on, he is not allowed to leave the house. Teddy feels very sorry and tells Lukas that he didn't mean to cause them trouble. Lukas comforts him, saying he didn't do anything wrong. Back at home, Lukas treats Teddy's wound. Teddy shares about the wall in the barn, which seems to have blood stains. Lukas clarifies his doubts, saying it could be paint and not blood. That night, Teddy wakes up from a nightmare. In the dream, he sees someone in the barn and hears a gunshot. Because of fear, he wets the bed. On his way to the comfort room, Teddy accidentally overhears his mother's conversation with someone on the phone. She reports that she caught Teddy sneaking into the barn, and Lukas has never left his side. She adds that she can't pretend any longer and wants to end everything as soon as possible. Just then, the mother hears a noise upstairs, so she ends the call and goes to check on Teddy. Luckily, Teddy returns to his room in time and pretends to be sleeping, so his mother doesn't get suspicious. The next day, Teddy tells Lukas about what happened last night and says that their mother doesn't want them to be together all the time. To clear their doubts, they come up with a plan to spy on her. While the mother is sleeping, the twins sneak into her room and place a walkie-talkie under her bed. Unexpectedly, the mother goes to her room after waking up. She dances seductively to the rhythm of the music in front of the mirror. Unbeknownst to her, Teddy is hiding behind the curtain, watching her moves. Later, Teddy sees the drawing he gave to his mother in the trash, which breaks his heart. Afterwards, the mother enters the comfort room and carefully changes her bandage. Luckily, Teddy manages to hide under the sink. The mother sees Teddy's drawing on the floor, so she picks it up and tears it up angrily. Soon, Teddy tells Lukas that he notices their mother's behavior has changed. Lukas believes that the woman in front of them is not their biological mother. Teddy doesn't believe it, so Lukas shows him evidence that can confirm his suspicion. He presents an old photo of their mother. The mother in the picture has green eyes, while the woman in front of them has blue eyes. Not long after, the mother knocks on the door wanting to reconcile, but the twins don't want to open the door, so she gives up. Then, the twins call their father for help, but he doesn't answer. That night, the mother enters the room looking for Teddy's phone. She's very disappointed because he didn't listen to her and called his father. As a punishment, she forcefully grabs the phone and shreds it in a disposal. After the commotion, the twins lock themselves in their room. They take turns sleeping to guard against their mother attacking them at night. On the walkie-talkie, they hear her crying desperately, which bothers Teddy. Later, Teddy goes to his mother's room to check on her. He then sees her relaxing in the bathtub. He quietly approaches her and tries to take off the mask from her face. However, he fails as the mother wakes up and grabs his hand. To escape, Teddy hits her head with a stone and immediately runs into his room, locking the door. The mother tries to reconcile with Teddy, but he is hesitant. So, she angrily picks up a long iron rod and breaks the door handle. She claims that she has tried to understand Teddy's situation and has done everything for their relationship, but he is so hard to please. When Teddy says she is not their biological mother because she doesn't love them, the mother gets angry. Teddy orders Lukas to speak out, but the mother prevents him from talking to his brother. The mother drags Teddy to the comfort room, yelling at him that he shouldn't talk to his brother and he shouldn't lie. She continually pours water on Teddy until he withdraws his accusations and said she is their mother. Teddy is about to drown, so he goes along with his mother. Before the mother goes to bed, she slowly peels off her skin and transforms into a dark monster. Then it turns out that this is just Teddy's nightmare. Lukas wakes him up and tells him that this house is unsafe for them, so they have to leave as soon as possible. Teddy always follows Lukas' words, so they decide to escape and seek help, even against his wishes. The twins finally end up in an abandoned house where they decide to stay until the rain lightens. Teddy can't stop missing their mother. He worries that something terrible has happened to her. Lukas calms him down and says that their mother is strong and she would do everything to protect them. Teddy feels very lonely, so he asks Lukas to tell him a story. Lukas says that before they were born, they were one person, but they decided to split into two, so they wouldn't be lonely anymore. Teddy always relies on Lukas. He believes he can't be without his brother. That night, Teddy sees someone in the barn and then spots a hole on the wall that seems to have traces of blood. When he wakes up, he finds Lukas is not by his side, so he grabs a flashlight to look for his brother. He wanders around this creepy abandoned house, but his brother is nowhere to be found. Then he sees a palm print on glass door, but it disappears in a blink of an eye. Suddenly, the mother, transformed into a dark monster, breaks the glass and crawls towards him. Then a policewoman wakes Teddy up. It's revealed that it's just another horrifying nightmare. The policewoman interrogates Teddy. He tells her that a woman wrapped in bandages is pretending to be their mother. To comfort him, the officer promises to take Teddy to a safe place. But the reality is, they want to take him back home. The police talk to the mother, her face no longer covered in bandages. The mother thanks them for bringing her child back safely. The mother used to be a famous singer, so the police ask her if they can take a selfie with her. However, she declines because she's not ready for a photo, but she promises to bring autographed headshots and Blu-ray discs to the police station another day. The police inform the mother about Teddy's accusations. She denies them, stating she's never laid a hand on her children. She explains that Teddy's lip injury happened when he slipped while playing by the pool. She cries, saying that sometimes kids have difficulty distinguishing reality from illusion. Eventually, the police bid the mother goodbye. Before leaving, the female officer looks at Teddy intently because she's still concerned about him. Later, Lukas says no one will believe them, so he encourages Teddy to run away again. However, Teddy disagrees, stating that they first need to find their birth mother. Suddenly, the mother enters their room, so the twins pretend to be asleep. The mother said she had to remove her bandages 3 days early to search for Teddy in the storm, and she was just lucky not to be disfigured. Alone in the room, the mother helplessly begins to cry, removing the makeup that covered the scars on her face. The next day, the mother wakes up to find her hands and feet tied to the bed. She pleads with Teddy to stop fooling around and to release her. Teddy grabs a picture of their mother and says that their mother has green eyes, not blue. The mother explains that she used to wear green contact lenses for her job, but her real eye color is blue. To prove it, she says her green contact lenses are in her purse downstairs. Teddy doesn't listen to her explanation. Instead, he takes a bucket of ice water and pours it over the mother. Then he retrieves his drawing and states that his real mother wouldn't throw it away. The mother tearfully pleads with Teddy to find his heart and know that she is his mother. Lukas encourages Teddy to leave their mother and go find their father, but Teddy refuses to listen. He goes downstairs to find her purse, wanting to see if the green contact lenses are indeed there. Lukas finds the purse first and tells Teddy that the contact lenses aren't there, which means their mother is lying. Teddy doesn't seem to believe it, so Lukas reminds him that he should only listen to him and not let others interfere. The twins are packing their things to leave. Teddy tells Lukas that they can't leave their mother under these circumstances, but Lukas says that if they untie her, she'll definitely stop them. Later, Teddy hears the mother's voice, so he goes to her room. The mother asks him to loosen her bonds temporarily as she's getting cramps. However, Teddy refuses, because if he does, Lukas will be angry. The mother persuades him to think for himself and not pay attention to his brother. Teddy gets a pair of scissors, but when he's about to cut the tape, Lukas arrives. Despite the mother's pleas, Teddy follows Lukas, covers the mother's mouth, and prevents her from lying. After a while, the police arrive looking for the mother. Teddy lies, saying she's gone to town. The female officer feels Teddy is hiding something, so she encourages him to speak up, but he says everything is fine, so they leave. The mother tries her best to make some noise to attract their attention, but she fails. While waiting for a ride, Teddy goes back to the house to grab a toothbrush. What Lukas doesn't know is that Teddy has carefully inspected the purse and found the green contact lenses, proving the mother didn't lie. Lukas tries to explain, but Teddy doesn't believe him anymore. Teddy immediately runs upstairs and frees the mother. Teddy embraces his mother and begs for her forgiveness. He asks her to talk to Lukas, because he thinks something is wrong with Lukas. Teddy searches for Lukas, but he's nowhere to be found. Surprisingly, the mother takes Teddy to the barn. The mother can't pretend anymore and reveals the painful truth to Teddy. It turns out that Teddy accidentally killed Lukas while playing with a gun. This event traumatized him, leading him to hallucinate that his twin brother is always by his side. For this reason, the mother falls into depression, becomes an alcoholic, and her marriage suffers. The mother comforts Teddy, saying it's not his fault and he should forgive himself so they can start over. However, Teddy is stunned by the truth. He accidentally pushes his mother, causing her to fall from the loft of the barn. Then the light goes out, and the fire spreads instantly. At the speed of events, Teddy runs out, leaving his mother in the burning barn. At the end of the movie, Teddy hallucinates that his mother and Lukas are still alive. Then, the mother embraces him and reminds him that he hasn't done anything wrong.
If you enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.